What's happening, team? Whoop, little minor adjustment there. Hey. Hope everyone is doing well today. Let's let's fucking talking about doing the scary thing. Um, I am I'm doing a scary thing coming up, and I'm a little nervous about it. So let's buck and talk about it. I really want to succeed in a task coming up, and I want to do the dang thing. So here we are. We're going to try it. I feel like my focus is a little soft. That's a little bit better. That's better-ish. There we go. But yeah, let's fucking talk. I'm excited about the seminar that I have coming up, and I'm a little concerned, scared, anxious, whatever you want to call it, because it means a lot to me. And I know it's really valuable. I know that a lot of people are going to be able to get a lot of value out of it. However, it's a new thing. I've never done it before. Never done this before. And, putting this presentation together, I've got, how many slides do I have? I think I have like 66 slides at this point. So, probably by the end of it, I'll have anywhere from 68 to 73 ish slides, just depending on how it all goes. But yeah, I'm really excited for it, but because I care so much about it, it's scary to me. But scary can also be really rewarding, especially when we can go through that fear of the obstacle in front of us. And so I'm really looking forward to that, but also just anxious, nervous. I'm going to do a trial run of it in 2 nights to, get my feet wet on it. And then next Thursday, we're going live on it. So the link will be below, so you can join it. Or if you're in the Atlanta, Georgia area, you can come in person. But yeah, a lot of the things that I've been doing lately have been really scary to me. And whether that's, trying to increase, client numbers, or increase the amount of money coming in each month, or to personally grow. I don't think people give themselves enough credit for personal growth, because it is scary. And a lot of people just stay in their comfort zone and never grow, never change, because it's scary. And so for those of you out there that are ready, willing, and able to grow, to take that next step, to do the scary thing, I applaud you. And for those that aren't there yet, that's okay. That's okay. One day you may not have a choice. Someone else may make a choice for you, and you have to grow. And that's what causes you to do the scary thing. And so I'm really excited for, especially the next 2 months to close out this year, to see where life takes me, but also to grow a little bit more. I have removed certain things, certain people, certain locations out of my peripheral vision, if you will, or out of the Facebook or whatever, so that I don't become influenced by those things. And it's new, but I was really proud of myself for doing that, the first little chunk of it. And sometimes we need to cleanse our surroundings Um, and whether that means doing a social media detox, which I did for a very long time, and it was amazing. The only detox I approve of, also. Um, yeah, if you need to do a detox, you need to go to the hospital because that means liver and your kidneys are not working. So for all of you doing a detox to cleanse your body, you're heavily misinformed. But that's time. That's another video. Um, but yeah, I having taken some time away to focus on my own health and focus especially on my mental health. Um, now I'm doing these videos again, and that's scary to me. Um, I don't want to be on camera right now. I would love to be acting and doing those things, but it doesn't seem like it's my time right now. Um, and that's okay. There are more important stories to tell. Um, and not that I, of course, don't, not like I wouldn't want to be a part of them. It's just, it doesn't seem like it's my time, and that's okay. And so I'm doing the scary thing. I'm focusing on my growth. I'm focusing on the things that I can control. Um, I can go to bed when I would like to. I can wake up when I would like to. More like when I need to, but when I would like to. It's always a choice. I had a very, very connected conversation today with a client of mine in which we talked about choices. We always get a choice. Even when others choose for us, we get a choice on how we respond. Um, and a lot of times we have to react to life, to life, to lifestyles, to life happening to us or for us. Um, and we get to make that choice, though. We get to choose how we respond. We get to choose how we handle someone cutting us off in traffic. As someone calling myself out, as someone who has very, very limited bandwidth for people who tack and drive, who don't use their turn signal when they drive, who are inconsiderate of others, Snapchatting or looking at their phone the whole time. It drives me absolutely bonkers. So much so that I say the words like bonkers. But nobody else is affected by it but me. Now, don't get me wrong, someone blatantly, not blatantly, ignorantly, which is almost as bad or if not worse, um, threatening the lives of others by not paying attention to their surroundings, like, yeah, I got beef with that. At the same time, me getting mad, what does that do for me? That gets me mad. I have a choice. And my conversation with my client today was really nice. It was very connected, and we were able to talk about the choices because whether you are in a stressful financial situation, personal relationship, business relationship, career change, family move, um, physical ailment, uh, other setbacks, like maybe it's an educational setback or a socioeconomical setback, we do always have a choice. Whether we're aware of the choice or not is very different, because subconsciously we choose a lot of things. Uh, the other day, I realized that every single time I come home from work, I eat food. Every single time without fail. I am just ravenous. I think. Maybe I'm not that hungry. Maybe I am, but maybe I'm not that hungry. I just have habitualized myself into, hey, when you get home, you are getting food. Ooh, excuse me. And now I am burping from the food that I ate. Um, and so I think it's really important for us to be able to increase our awareness around it. And that's why I'm trying to do so much with the Bucking Fit Life, with making sure that Um, People are creating more sustainable lifestyles for themselves. That's what this seminar is about. You get to choose how you live your lifestyle. For my friends and family in the TV and film world, the frankly, it's not a glorious business. Most people are like, "Oh, you work on movies? That must be awesome." And it's like, "Yeah, it can be, or it can really not be." And man, have I been on a lot of bad sets. I've worked with a lot of not professional people. And but that's a choice. Like I chose to be a part of that industry. I am choosing to go live on YouTube to nobody to just talk. And like, look, that's okay. But there might also be more pressure if 100 people were here or 2,000 or 15,000 people were sitting here watching me talk at nothing to nobody. That might be worse for me. That might be more anxiety ridden. That might make me more nervous and more concerned about the message that I'm putting out there. Um, I and so going back to the conversation I had with this client, like we get to choose though. I'm choosing to do the scary thing in going live. I'm choosing to do the scary thing in doing this seminar that I don't know how it's going to be reacted. I don't know how others are going to react to it. I just don't. I'm excited for it. I am excited for the possibility of it, but I'm also scared. And that's okay. Sometimes you have to do the thing anyway. You just got to do it scared. And maybe that helps you. Maybe that helps you move past it. Um, I'm sure you'd be a lot faster in running if you were running from a bear. May not be the best method, but it would probably be effective. Probably be effective. Um, and so, one of the things that I feel like in my lifetime I will have to do or get to do, and that's again choosing. I have to do this or I get to do this. A lot of times in the acting community, I have to audition. No, you don't. You get to. You get to. That's a privilege. Um, I have to go to bed. You get to go to bed because some people don't sleep at night. Some people are literally out on the streets right now, not sleeping. You get to. But one of the things uh, I will potentially get to do is jump out of a perfectly good airplane and go skydiving, which no, I don't have to do that. But that might be one of the things that allows me to open up my perspective to so many other things. I'm terrified of heights. I don't like flying at all. I get uncontrollable anxiety and like I have to color. I pop ginger chews. I've taken Xanax or whatever similar thing to just let me chill out. Um, I have had alcohol on a flight and that seemed to help, but not at all. Um, and yeah, I just really don't like it. But it also allows me to travel across the world. It allows me to get to uh, places and people that I love faster than driving. So it's one of those like sometimes you have to do the thing afraid. Sometimes you just have to do the scary thing. And um, starting my own business, well, I should back up. Leaving home at the age of 20 to pursue a dream in acting where I knew nothing, nobody, and had no idea what I was doing, that was scary. Going to Seattle for stunt training where I was set on fire and jumped off of buildings, and it was pretty sweet. And did a bunch of fight, like that was scary. Putting myself out there and moving to Atlanta again, knowing nobody and nothing in the city, and now I call it home. 8 years later, 7 years later. Um, falling in love and having your heart broken. Both are scary, but you do it afraid anyway. Because I think we're wanting, and sometimes that's why people can fall in love with the idea of something. But we're hopeful that the thing on the other side of the fear is everything that we've hoped for. What's the quote? The treasure you seek is in the cave you are afraid to enter. Something something along those lines. But when we put ourselves out there, I did a video on it. It's not live yet. It'll be up in a week or so. But about how I put myself out there and it didn't go the way that I was hoping for, but it was amazing and it was closure and I did the thing. Holy cow, I did it. And I was elated the rest of the day. I was like, oh my gosh, I did the thing. I was scared. I was totally scared. I was like so intimidated. I was nervous and I did it. And no, it didn't go the way I wanted it to, but it went the way that it did. And I move on. And so I get to choose how I respond to that. I could have been upset. I could have been complaining and moaning and whining, or I could have just been like, oh, okay, cool. See ya. One of the things that I try to do with my clients is just have them on a month to month thing because I might not be the right fit for them. Okay. I hope that you left with more than you came in with. In fact, I know you definitely did, but also they may not be a good fit for me as a coach. That happens. That's life. Some people come into your life, they stay. Some people come into your life, they go. You're sad to lose them. Some people come into your life, they go. You're happy to lose them. And some people, you don't cross paths. It happens. There are probably a million people in the state of Florida that I will never meet. Okay. There you go. Can't really do anything about it. So I'm not going to worry about it. But I get to choose those reactions I have to those things, and also the things. I don't feel like being afraid of flying is really a choice at this point. I've done it enough to know like how much I dislike it. At the same time, maybe on my next flight, I go like I'm really excited. I've tried to like reverse psychology myself on that and hasn't always worked well. But maybe this next time it'll work. I don't know. Maybe I need to just jam to music the whole time or sing a song myself. People don't want to hear me singing on a plane. Um, I don't know. Maybe there's another thing out there that I haven't tried that might help me better fly. I don't know. And I will never know unless I try. Even though I'm scared, I'm going to do this thing scared anyway. So that's what I would encourage you to do. There is so much uncertainty in life. There really is. You have to say goodbye to a loved one. You lose an animal. Lose your job. You do everything you can to do the right thing all the time, and life says, sorry, not sorry. Life isn't going to be fair. It's just not. And it sucks. Straight up, it sucks. And yet at the same time, you have a choice. There was a story about a man who was diagnosed with cancer. So after that, he decided to climb Mount Everest. And not only did he climb Mount Everest, he also beat cancer and he's still alive. Don't have the gentleman's name, but someone shared that with me today. And it was like, oh, he had a choice and that's what he chose to do. Now, I'm not saying like, hey, you get diagnosed with an illness, like go climb a mountain. It's not what I'm saying. But he had a choice. I mean, he could have just stayed in bed and maybe the cancer would have won. We don't know. we we don't have that crystal ball. And so I would encourage you to look at the other choices available to you. Um, somebody breaks your heart, that might hurt for a while. And you can have a bunch of bitterness or resentment or loathing, hatred, anger, frustration, whatever those feelings, yeah, they might be valid. Or you could also appreciate the time that you did have with them and the lessons they taught you and how you want to change the way you handle things in the future. Or maybe it solidifies certain things that you're like, I was pleased with how I handled that, or you know what, I could have done this better. We always have a choice on how to handle it. But if it's in our awareness, if we've never done it before, if we don't know how much it means to me or means to us, it's going to be really hard to make a different choice when we don't know any other way. And that's why I've said in previous videos, to grow is to challenge your own identity. Your identity has allowed you to survive everything that's happened up to this point. Um, when I was 18 years old, I was playing college football and basketball, and my whole identity was wrapped in sports. That was everything to me. That was everything I knew. That was all I frankly cared about. I was at school because I had to be at school because that was the only way you could play college sports. And wasn't a big fan of school. Never really been a big fan of school. I was good at it, but I really like what I'm learning now. But life happened, and my identity, being wrapped up in athletics, was taken away from me. I tore my hamstring, broke my ischial tuberosity, and herniated my L4, L5 disc. And then I gained 50 pounds. And then, like, that was freshman year of college. Like that, ugh. And 2 years later, I was saying that that was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. It was. It's still in my top 5 easily of greatest things that ever happened to me, because it taught me that I was not the person that I wanted to be. It showed me a lot more of what I actually valued and what I really wanted in life and what was important to me. Um, it also showed me a lot of, like, what I didn't want and who I didn't want to be and where I didn't want to go. And here we are, 11. Oh, in a week, it'll be the 11-year anniversary of that injury. Snap. And now I don't think about it anymore. And there might be something that you're going through right now that 3 months from now, 3 years from now, 3 decades from now, you might still have memories of it, but I hope that you don't live in the past too long, that you forget to live in the present. I know I've been doing that a lot lately. The last year and a half has felt insurmountable at times. And it's been heartbreaking. It's been devastating. It has been rewarding. And all of those things are accurate. Are there 1,000 things I'd like to change? Yeah, without a doubt. If I could, would I change any of them? No. And me being able to say that now shows myself how much I've grown. I've done the thing scared. And while I still have a lot of grief or sadness or longing for things to be different and hoping that in a parallel universe they are, that's not the universe that I live in. And so I'm going to choose to be in this universe, to appreciate this moment, and to keep doing the things even if I'm scared, because I know that that's brave. And it's brave to be vulnerable. It's brave to be um, forthcoming. It's brave to be putting yourself out there. I'm well aware that as a business owner, at any moment, my clients could leave me. But I believe in what I'm doing. They believe in what I'm doing. And I cannot wait to help the next person. And if I never helped another client again and I only got to help the people that I already have, that would be interesting. That would be it's a very profound thought, but I would be able to find contentment in that because my clients are amazing and I truly care about all of them. It's personal training. And for the stories that I've been able to tell and the people who I've been able to connect with in the TV and film world, like, man, some really amazing people. Um, and all of that, frankly, started out of fear. And look what it's created. That's pretty cool. So, um, I don't know, you can do something that scares you. I know I am. I bought a house. That's scary. I mean, it's so cool. Very scary. Um, but yeah, um, I have goals I want to accomplish, and it felt like the right time. And so we're doing the thing, even though we're scared. But yeah, team. Uh, I hope you all have a wonderful Tuesday night, and yeah, we'll uh, we'll catch you on the next one. Go do something that scares you. See ya.